They're going slightly mad. They're going slightly mad. It's finally happened. It's finally happened. They've all gone mad. Okay, it's mid-morning, Monday morning, and the news broke, didn't it? The news that should have broke on Thursday, but then they cancelled it, and then on Friday, but then they cancelled it, and then there was a weekend, so everybody had to go out and have a bit of a party, and so Monday morning, it finally happened. All those exodus of Labour MPs, all 7 of them. 7. Now, it's highly likely that it won't remain at 7. There will be more, undoubtedly, because there are others sitting on the sidelines waiting to go. And their reasons for going are, as far as I'm concerned, this may not be Labour's view, but it's certainly my view, is that their reasons for going are extremely disingenuous. It's not about anti-Semitism, although that's a problem. It's not about the people's vote. It's about the Labour Party itself. They don't like the direction that the Labour Party has taken. They don't like the direction that the leadership has taken. And that has been evident from the minute that Jeremy Corbyn took over. Now, the Labour Party has had different leaders, different leadership over the years that has taken different positions on what it thinks is best for the country. And at the end of the day, you either support that or you don't. So I personally was against the Iraq War. I thought Tony Blair was completely wrong on that. But there were a lot of good things that came out of that. But it wasn't fully the sort of Labour Party that I want. But it wasn't a Tory party. You can talk about Blairites and Corbynistas and all that sort of thing. At the end of the day, it still was a Labour government. And there were a lot of positive things that came out of that. So this kind of infighting between MPs is self-serving. You can have a different position, and I think Jeremy Corbyn has tried desperately, very desperately, to kind of have the middle ground on that. If you look at the policies that Labour put out in their 2017 manifesto, those are the sort of policies that on the doorstep rang true with people. So he got the nerve of the country, the pulse, if you like, of the country, of what people want. Because if you spoke to people, as I think Channel 4 did this as an exercise, where you spoke to people just on policy, and they all agreed, that's fantastic, that's brilliant, that's just what we want. Then when they were told it was came from Jeremy Corbyn's Labour, oh, they couldn't support that. So if we get back to these 7 then, so they've now split to go independent. Now what that means is, of course, they resign the whip and resign from the Labour Party, but they still get to stay on as MPs. Now that's the bit I've got a problem with. If you are saying that you can no longer support the party or support what it stands for, then you are no longer supporting the policies that got you into office in the first place. So surely all 7 of them, if they're that committed to their position their morals, they should call a by-election for every single seat. If they're that confident that the constituencies that they represent still back them as an MP and back them to represent them in Parliament, then they should call a by-election, because they don't know what the feeling is now in their own constituencies. The people there may have put their X in the box because they liked the policies. They may have put their X in the box because they liked the leadership. They may have just put their X in their box because they're Labour supporters. Which means that we now have a problem that they're standing in Parliament representing those constituencies based on policies they don't agree with, or a party that they don't agree with, that they've just resigned from. So if they're that determined to start a new middle ground party, a centrist sort of party, and they're wanting others to join, and they will join, you might even get a few Tories coming across eventually. If they're that determined, then call a by-election. Prove that you actually stand for something. And I wish you the best of luck. No hard feelings. If you want to go, you go, but stand by your convictions.